I was first diagnosed with IDC, invasive ductile carcinoma, a very fancy name for breast cancer, on February the 7th, 2014. I had surgery on February the 13th of 2014, 1 week later. And I discovered it. I had a lump above my left breast and an irritation below. And I discovered that in September of 2013. And in the back of my head, I knew it was cancer. But the wife says, no, it could be ingrown follicle or oil gland. But I waited. I didn't want to go to the doctor. I was stubborn like a man is, and waited till I had my physical. When I had my physical, I asked my physician about it. She felt it. She said, I'm fixing you, send you over to the women's breast clinic for a mammogram. And so the next morning I was over there, 8 o'clock, had a mammogram, sonogram, and a biopsy, all before 11 o'clock. And my wife, she says, I want to know exactly word for word what they tell you. So I wrote down her phone number and gave it to the person there at the breast center. And I said, when you get the results, you call her. I'm getting a little old, I'm forgetful, and could mess up on verbiage. So they called her. She was at work out to Arsenal. And I was off that Friday. It was my day off at SCI. And next thing I know, they was bringing her home. She walked in, she said, we need to talk. I said, I have cancer, don't I? She said, yep. I said, well, we're going to make it. We'll do it, no matter what. So we just told our immediate family, and I got on Facebook that Sunday, and before I knew it, I was getting all kind of messages from all kind of scientists all over the world wanting to know the extent of it, what it was, this, that, and the other. And I told the wife, I said, I've got to put something out there. I said, because they may think it's prostate, lung cancer, whatever. So I put what I knew out there, that it was breast cancer, and I told them whatever happens, if I'm not able to put it out, my daughter will. So the following week, my wife and daughter had me scheduled to see the surgeon, who was Dr. Richard Richardson at the breast clinic, and they had me lined up to see Dr. John Waples, the oncologist at CCI. They did a heck of a job picking out my people. And I had surgery, like I said, on February the 13th. And once I had that done, well, both Dr. Waples and Dr. Richardson said there's no radiation. And after I had the surgery and everything, it come out to be 1.8 centimeters. I was at stage 1. And when I seen Waples again, he said, okay, you're at 85% cancer free, and chemo would give you 3%. I asked him, I said, well, would you do it for 3%? He said, no. I said, neither would I. I said, because I lose my hair and my beard, and I can't do that. He said, well, we're going to put you on tamoxifen. Tamoxifen is the same medication a woman takes, and it has some rough side effects. One of them being hot flashes. I can sit down and sweat with the best of them. Also, makes you tired. I can sleep all night long, get up the next morning, go back to bed and sleep. I don't want to do anything but sit and sleep. And also, when I had my surgery, I had 5 lymph nodes removed along with the left breast, which means I cannot get any shots, any blood pressure or anything in the left arm, because that's where the side that the lymph nodes were removed from. So I wear a necklace and a bracelet both, make sure that the doctors get it right. Also, I just came off of tamoxifen back in March after 5 years. So I'm 5.5 years cancer free right now. And I still go back every 6 months, once to see the nurse practitioner and once to see the oncologist. Also, right after I had the surgery and everything, I went to CCI and they did a genetics test. At that point in time, they'd only tested for 2 things, BRCA1 and BRCA2. And those came back very good. And so the young lady that did that, she told me this first of the year that they had a new one out there that tests about 45 different types of cancer. I believe it's 45. I'm not positive, but all of mine came back except for one, and it was, what do they call it? What did they say it was? It was marginal or something.
Yeah, marginal, but they didn't. It did not have anything to do with breast
Right. And so everything's looking good right now that way. But anyway, I belong to Bosom Buddies at CCI. There's me and one other gentleman there. And we're proud to be out speaking about it. I signed up this year with Real Men Wear Pink, which is out there on Facebook. It's asking for donations for breast cancer awareness. So if anybody would like to donate, they can go to Facebook, Real Men Wear Pink, and donate in my name, and it's tax deductible. I advise all men to check monthly anyway. See if you have anything that's different or painful or what. If you don't want to, have your girlfriend, your spouse, or whoever do it, because it doesn't take long. It is more aggressive in men than it is women. And if anybody's got any questions, they can always ask me on Facebook. I'm under sign of Gordon Mahathey. After I found out everything about it, what I was, what stage I was at, the size of it and all, we put it out there on Facebook, and then I started getting people asking, and I put it down. I was as honest as I could be. And then that's when they started coming forward asking, well, how do you check for it, this, that, and the other, and what to look for, all kinds of different things. And I told them all of my symptoms, and also told them other places they could go look for it at and get more information on it. But I encourage them to keep it checked, because it doesn't matter what age, it does not discriminate. It gets us all. And unfortunately, I'm not, it's not unfortunate. I'm glad I was the one that got it in my family, because I thought I've done great with it. I had a heck of a caregiver. When Dr. Richardson said we're going to have to remove your left breast, I said, go ahead. I don't use it anyway. Right, I did not have to have chemo or radiation. I did lose my left breast and 5 lymph nodes off the left side. And I was very lucky in that part, because they got it early.